Hello and welcome everyone for the English session. In fact, this is the second part of the portrait of a lady. You probably or surely would have watched the first part of the portrait of a lady. So we shall continue with the second part. So before we begin with the second portions of the portrait of a lady, let us have a quick recap of whatever we had gone through on the previous video. Uh, as you know, Khuswant Singh used to spend his childhood with his grandma since both parents were working in the city. Uh, till parents were comfortably settled down in the city, Khuswant Singh was kept with grandmother. Since he spent his childhood with grandmother, he was very close to her. Some of the things about grandmother, a long narration is already given in the previous video. Grandmother was short, plump, and bent. Other than that, she was extremely old. When she used to tell about the games she used to play when she was a child, Khuswant Singh treated it like fables of prophets. So these are the things we had already discussed in the previous video. Other than that, we also came to know that it was grandma who used to prepare Khuswant Singh for school. While making him bath, she would deliberately sing prayers so that Khuswant Singh would learn it. But actually, Khuswant Singh loved her voice. He did not, bother about learning the prayers of grandmother. We are also told that for nasta, in fact, morning breakfast, she used to give stale chapatis to Khuswant Singh with the sugar sprayed on it. Uh, Leftover chapatis would be carried for the village dog when she would go to drop Khuswant Singh at the school. Actually, the school of Khuswant Singh and the temple were very close. They were closely attached. So the time Khuswant Singh would spend at school, that much time grandmother would spend in the temple. She will read scriptures over there. After completing the school, they both will come back. While coming back, she would throw stale chapatis at the village dogs, and village dogs would be growling and howling and fighting with each other for catching that stale chapatis. Then, after a turning point came in their relationship, when parents were comfortably settled down in the city, they called Khuswant Singh and grandmother to come and settle down in the city. So from here onwards, there was a turning point in their relationship. So still the turning point in the previous video we had discussed. So we shall continue this lesson from here onwards. As the years rolled by, we saw less of each other. Now, compare the time Khuswant Singh used to spend with grandmother in a village. He was almost all time, 24/7 with grandmother. Grandmother was a person who used to escort Khuswant Singh up to the school. But now, in the city, he was going in a motor bus. And in the village, he was studying in a normal school, government school. It was not so high-fi school. Whereas here in the city, he was studying in English school. Grandmother was not at all aware about the content of English school. Other than that, she could not go with Khuswant Singh up to school. So time became the hurdles. Earlier, they had ample time to spend with each other. Now, they started spending less time with each other. For some time, she continued to wake him up and get him ready for the school. but gradually that also stopped. When I came back, she would ask me what the teacher had taught. That grandmother used to do in the village school also, and here also after he come back from the English school, grandmother used to ask him a question what the teacher had taught him. Generally in English school, whatever they used to teach, that Khushwant Singh would inform to grandmother. He would say that he had learned some English words, some Western science learning, law of gravity, Archimedes principle, and the other thing, etc., etc. You can say, and this is what he used to inform to grandmother. Now, grandmother was not at all aware about all these things. In fact, grandmother was a very religious person. According to her, children in their early childhood should be taught about religion. Grandmother एक ट्रेडिशनल पर्सन थे. उनके अनुसार हर एक बच्चे को चाइल्डहुड में स्क्रिप्चर्स नॉलेज मिलना चाहिए. Now here Khushwant Singh was studying in English school. That is all about Western culture. They are not more focusing on Indian scriptures or other religious scriptures. Their sole focus was only on study. The grandmother did not like this idea. This made her unhappy. Another thing was that the content they used to deliver in the school, grandmother was not familiar with that. So she could not help Khushwant Singh in study too. She also did not believe in the things that they taught at English school and was really unhappy since there was no teaching about God and scriptures. As I said, grandmother was very, very religious person. According to her, children should be taught some religious scriptures at the school, and that was not done in this English school, and as a result she was very unhappy with the school. One day Khushwant Singh informed her that they were given some music lesson. Now music, it is nowadays it is considered to be extra talent, and many people go to height by learning music. But in those days, music was not considered to be such a great profession. Not many people like the people involved in the music. एक ऐसा एरा था जहाँ पे म्यूजिक को इतना पसंद नहीं किया जाता था. In those days, I mean, in the times of grandmother, they considered that music was a profession of beggar or harlots. Here we will see these terms. To her, music had lewd associations. Lewd association you can take in the context of very low associations. It is a monopoly of low people. बहुत निचली कक्षा के लोगों के लिए म्यूजिक है according to grandmother. And in fact, in the ancient time, people also believe in such thing that not people of good family used to prefer music. It was the monopoly of harlots and beggars. Harlots, synonym of harlots is prostitute. Those who are prostitutes involved in the bodily profession, they get involved in music. Other than that, beggars also. So according to grandmother, music should not be learnt by some good class people. It is not meant for the gentle folk. That is what here it is written. She did not say anything about this because actually that music was taught in the school, but she remained silent. And her silence means disapproval. Kushwant Singh also understood somehow, I mean, family people also understood that grandmother did not like this idea of music being taught in the school. But since it was a rule of a school, it was compulsory in the school for those all the children, nothing can be done about this. After that, she started talking less with Kushwant Singh. Time went and Kushwant Singh grew young day by day. When I went up to university, says Kushwant Singh, he was given a separate room of his own. Up to now, grandmother and Kushwant Singh used to stay in one room. But now he is grown up. Since he was grown up, he was given a separate room of his own. Link of friendship was broken. You know, they say that the friendship remains for a long time if you spend more time with each other. The moment you start to spend less time with each other, the friendship gradually comes in a position of breaking point. Since we are talking about relatives, I mean grandmother and Kushwant Singh, it is name friendship is given. The relationship cannot be broken, but you know some attachment can go away. I mean there was a close attachment between Kushwant Singh and grandmother, but now since they spend less time with each other, that attachment would not be any more. My grandmother accepted her seclusion with resignation. This means seclusion, loneliness. Day by day, grandmother felt lonely, and she also realized that it was her age. And as a result, she also accepted her loneliness with resignation. I mean, she did not respond to anything. She just let the things go by. She used to spend her time with spinning wheel. Spinning wheel, you have heard, seen or heard about it. Charkha, spinning wheel. Ancient people, I mean, people in 50s or 60s or 70s, they used to spend this time, leftover time, with the spinning wheel for making threads and all from the cotton. She used to sit from sunrise to sunset by the spinning wheel, and rest of the times she would recite prayers of God. In the afternoon, when she would get time, she would feed sparrows. In the village, there were dogs, but now here in the city, there were no dogs. So here, for her passing time, what she would do, she would collect some grains and spread it over the courtyard, and sparrows will come and sparrows will feed on it. This was her pastime in afternoon, and this was in fact routine of every day. Sparrows also became familiar with grandmother, so there was great attachment between sparrows and grandmother. She would sit in the veranda, she would break the bread into little crumbs, bits, and hundreds of birds would gather there, and they would make veritable bedlam of chirping. This veritable bedlam of chirping. You can imagine so many sparrows together. So many sparrows together, they would make noise. So you cannot in fact make out which sparrow spoke and which sparrow did not speak. So यहाँ पे एक साथ बहुत सारे स्पैरो का आवाज आ रहा था. Too much of a noise. Too much of a noise is called veritable bedlam of chirping. Some sparrows became very much familiar with grandmother. They used to sit on her legs, some used to sit on her shoulders, some even sat on her head. They were not terrified. They were so familiar with grandmother. And when you imagine it, in fact, creates a beautiful scene. How come a human being becomes so close with a birds? But since that was a routine of a grandmother every afternoon, and sparrow also became familiar, and they start loving grandmother, and as a result, without fear, they used to sit on her head, some on her legs, some on her shoulder. She used to smile at this scene. It used to be the happiest half hour of the day for her. And when the sparrows would sit on her head or shoulder or legs, she would not try to shoo them away. Shoo them away means send them off. Try to go away from them by sending them off. She liked that particular scene. She liked the sparrow sitting on her head, shoulders, and legs, and she never tried to drag them off from her. Then time came that Khushwant Singh had to go abroad for further studies. You know, these days it has become quite a trend that after completing 12, generally for higher study, students are going to abroad study. Even today, parents are too much worried about children going to abroad study, and they give so much of instruction. Do this, do that. You should not wander outside. Take care of yourself. Take proper food at time, and all these things. And there was uncanny fear in the heart of parents. Here, you can imagine that we are talking about 50s or 40s or maybe 60s, not that era. I mean, year is not exactly mentioned. In those days, not many people used to go to abroad study. Now, Khushwant Singh had to go abroad. Obviously, grandmother, since she loved him so much, she was very much worried about the thought of Khushwant Singh going abroad. Uh, Khushwant Singh knew that grandmother would be upset. At least for 5 years, Khushwant Singh was going. And Khushwant Singh had that uncanny thought. I mean, he thought that grandmother is so aged. If he would come back after 5 years, there might be a chance where he would not be able to see her again. यानी कि ग्रैंडमदर अपनी उम्र के एक पड़ाव में पहले ही पहुंच चुके थे। इतनी उम्र हो चुकी थी कि कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है। एंड खुशवंत सिंह 5 बरस के लिए अब्रोड जा रहे थे, तो वो अनकैनी फियर होता है कि शायद मैं 5 बरस के बाद वापस आऊं तो ग्रैंड माँ मुझे देखने को ना भी मिले, क्योंकि विद इन दैट 5 years मैनी थिंग विल चेंज। I would be away for 5 years and at her age one could never tell. यहाँ पे खुशवंत सिंह ने अपना फियर बताया है कि at her age one could never tell. उनकी एज में कुछ भी हो सकता है, शायद वो कभी ग्रैंड मदर को नेक्स्ट टाइम देख भी ना पाए। But my grandmother could. She was not even sentimental. When Khushwant Singh was to go to abroad study, she came to leave him at railway station, but did not talk or show any emotion. From inside, she was upset at the thought of Khushwant Singh going away. लेकिन उन्होंने कुछ बोला नहीं उस टाइम में, because she did not want to create a scene there. She continuously was involved in the prayer. Her mind was lost in the prayer. Constantly, her fingers were moving at mala. Silently, she kissed Khushwant Singh's forehead, And when I left, I cherished the moist imprint as perhaps a sign of physical contact between us. Grandmother, in his last meeting, I mean, when Khuswant Singh was to go, kissed Khuswant Singh on the forehead. And as a result, it was a moist imprint, and that was a last contact between them. That is what Khuswant Singh said. खुशवंत सिंह ने एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि 5 बरस के बाद जब वो वापस आएंगे तो शायद ग्रैंड मदर उसको देखने को ना भी मिले, लेकिन he was wrong. वो गलत थे. When he came back after 5 years from abroad study, grandmother was as she was. वहाँ पे फिर 5 बरस के बाद भी वो जिंदा थे. But that was not so. After 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the station. वो जिंदा थे वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन वो खुद खुशवंत सिंह को लेने भी गए थे स्टेशन पे. She was looking exactly the same as she looked 5 years ago, not a day older. But few things had changed, or few things remained the same. She did not speak a single word. Her arms were busy in the beads and reciting her prayers. Uh, After coming back, Khuswant Singh noticed that her happiest hour was still spending time with sparrows and feeding them. She was feeding them with frivolous rebukes. What is this frivolous rebukes? कई बार क्या होता है कि हम हमारे पेट के साथ बातचीत करने लगते हैं इन द सेंस कि शायद आप लोगों के कई कई बच्चों के घर डॉग होगा, कई बच्चों के घर पिजन्स होगा, कोई ना कोई पेट रखता है लोग. तो पेट हमारी भाषा बोल नहीं पाते, लेकिन हम जो कहना चाहते हैं शायद वो समझ सकते हैं. तो कई बार हम हमारी भाषा में ही उनको स्कोल्ड करते हैं, ठपका देते हैं. तो when she was feeding sparrow, at that time she was feeding them with frivolous rebukes. Mock scolding, it is called mock scolding. After that, there was a sudden change in grandma in the evening. On that day, she did not pray. She called the neighborhood woman. She also got one old dilapidated drum. Dilapidated drum here means broken down drum. एक पुराना ढोलक था, वो लेके आए और she started thumping at the sagging skin of dilapidated drum. यानी कि एक शाम को ग्रैंडमदर के नेचर में सडन चेंज आया. अब तक क्या था कि ग्रैंडमदर बहुत चुपचाप बैठे रहते थे और अपना टाइम पसार करते थे, लेकिन आज अचानक चेंज आता है. वो अपने नेबरहुड वुमन को अपने घर पे बुलाते हैं और वो खुद ढोलक बजाने लगते हैं. एंड दे वर सिंगिंग द सॉन्ग्स ऑफ होम कमिंग वॉरियर्स, यानी कुछ ट्रेडिशनल उनके कल्चर में सॉन्ग थे, लोकगीत वगैरह यू कैन से. They started singing. Here we can take in the context of bhajan, Lord's prayer. तो ये अचानक से उनके नेचर में चेंज आया और उस इवनिंग को उन्होंने अपने नेबरहुड के वुमन को बुला के घर में ऐसा कुछ छोटा सा भजन सिंगिंग रखा. Grandmother, since she was very aged, family members were worried because she was playing drum. Playing a drum requires energy. एक एनर्जी की जरूरत पड़ती है, and that will give her strain, and because of the strain at her age anything could happen. So the family member wanted not to take too much of a strain by the age of her. अपनी उस उम्र में इतना ज़्यादा स्ट्रेन लेना अच्छा नहीं है. तो family members protested at her this type of behavior. Uh, After that scene, after that evening, in fact, when she had singing and all, she did not pray. She became silent. Dear students, this is the sign where grandmother slowly and gradually will be making his long journey to the God. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हमारे दादा दादी हमारे साथ आज है या नहीं है, लेकिन वो हर एक दिन एक पर्टिकुलर मूड में होते हैं. उनकी एक्टिविटी रोज जैसी रहती है, लेकिन जब अचानक से उनकी एक्टिविटी में चेंज आ जाए तो एक साइन होती है कि नाउ समथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी चेंज. शायद आपके दादा दादी या मेरे दादा दादी रोज कुछ ना कुछ बोलते रहते हैं, उनका नेचर होता है, और फिर अचानक से उनमें एक बदलाव आ जाता है उम्र के उस पड़ाव में कि वो बोलना बंद कर दे. सो दैट इज सम सॉर्ट ऑफ साइन दैट समथिंग इज गोइंग टू हैपन. सो हियर ग्रैंडमदर पहले तो कुछ नहीं बोलते थे, फिर एक इवनिंग उन्होंने नेबरहुड वुमन को बुलाया, सिंगिंग जैसा कुछ रखा, ट्रेडिशनल सिंगिंग एंड ऑल, भजन जैसा. फिर बहुत सारा चेंज धीरे धीरे से आने लगा. द नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग शी बिकेम इल. इट वाज अ स्लाइट फीवर, ओनली माइल्ड फीवर. Doctor told them that fever would go, but grandmother knew that her end was near. She knew that her end was near. Family member were protesting against her thought. फैमिली मेंबर नहीं चाहते थे कि ग्रैंड मदर उनके बीच में से चले जाए. She did not waste her time anymore, but she was busy with her silence and silent prayer. उनके नेचर में एक बदलाव सा आ गया था कि here it is given, she said that since only a few hours before the close of the last chapter of her life, she had omitted to pray. एक दिन ऐसा भी आया कि वो प्रेयर भी नहीं कर सके थे when she was ill. Looking at her, at the change of her behavior, family member protested, but grandmother ignored the protest of family member. She was sleeping peacefully in the bed, praying and telling her beads. उनकी हाथों में माला थी, प्रेयर करते रहते थे सोते समय भी, और वो उनका काम ऐसा ही पूरा दिन जाता था. Even before we could suspect, her lips stopped moving and the rosary fell from her lifeless finger. माला उनके हाथ में थी, वो भगवान का नाम ले रहे थे. अचानक से उनके हाथों से वो माला गिर जाती है. मीन्स नाउ हैंड्स में वो एनर्जी नहीं थी कि इट कैन रिस्पॉन्ड, it can take control over the mala. It fell. That is a sign that the soul of grandmother was no more in her body. तब वो ईश्वर के साथ चले गए थे. A peaceful pallor spread on her face and we knew that she was dead. When person dies, there is no blood circulation. Since there was no blood circulation, she became pale, yellowish in the skin. It was a horrible scene, it might be, with the family, but they lifted her off the bed and they did some of the customary things. जब भी कोई पर्सन की डेथ हो जाती है फैमिली में, तो हर एक लोग अपने कल्चर के हिसाब से आगे की अंतिम क्रिया करने में बिजी हो जाते हैं. Generally, they would make the body bath, clean the body, then there might be perfume, flowers, and various other things would be applied to the body. So they did some customary things, laid her on the ground and covered her with the red shroud. Shroud here in the context of कफन. Here we have white shroud, white कफन, लेकिन उनके कस्टम में वहाँ पे रेड कफन लगाया जाता था. After the morning hours, these people left her to make arrangement for her funerals. आगे की अंतिम क्रिया करनी थी, अंतिम संस्कार जैसा ग्रैंड मदर का, तो उनके लिए वो प्रिपरेशन में बिजी हो जाते हैं. Since grandma was a woman, so woman would be preparing her for funeral. In the evening, we went to her room with a crude stretcher to take her to be cremated. Uh, Cremated to perform the last scene here, अंतिम संस्कार. यहाँ पे गांव में क्या होता है, गांव में स्मशान नजदीक होता है तो चार लोग कंधों पे डेड बॉडी को ले जाते हैं अंतिम संस्कार के लिए. लेकिन सिटीज में क्या होता है कि सिटी में डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा रहता है, तो स्ट्रेचर पे ले जाते हैं या फिर कोई व्हीकल का अरेंजमेंट करते हैं. सो हियर दे मेड सम अरेंजमेंट विद द स्ट्रेचर एंड ऑल टू टेक grandmother to Kailas Dham, you can say. The sun was setting and had lit her room and veranda with a blaze of golden light. We stopped halfway in the courtyard, all over the veranda and in her room, right up to where she lay, dead and stiff, wrapped in her red shroud. Thousands of sparrows sat scattered on the floor. This is a very emotional scene. Sparrow, वहाँ पे thousands of sparrow every afternoon used to come there because grandmother used to feed them every afternoon. आज आफ्टरनून को ग्रैंडमदर रहे ही नहीं थे, जिंदा ही नहीं थे. Sparrows had come, but the sparrows realized that something had happened to grandmother. तो वो ग्रैंडमदर की डेथ हो गई. वैसे एनिमल्स एंड बर्ड्स को भी पता चल जाता है कुछ अननोन थिंग्स. सो स्पैरोज आल्सो रियलाइज देयर वाज नो चर्पिंग्स. अब इमेजिन करो कि स्पैरो, thousands of sparrows are there and there is no chirping. So it was a tribute to grandmother. उनको भी पता चल गया था कि grandmother was no more. They were very silent. These family members felt sorry for the birds and my mother had some bread for them. क्योंकि कई बार हम क्या हो करते हैं कि जब कोई आदमी या कोई पर्सन जो जिंदा रहता है तब जो एक्टिविटी करता है, मरने के बाद उसके फैमिली मेंबर कुछ ऐसी एक्टिविटी करते हैं जस्ट फॉर द पीस ऑफ द सोल. तो यहाँ पे फैमिली मेंबर ने सोचा कि अगर ग्रैंड मदर जिंदा होते तो शायद वो स्पैरो को खिलाते, लेकिन आज वो नहीं है तो लेट अस फीड देम. सो इस इरादे से यहाँ पे मदर ने ब्रेड क्रम्स वगैरह डाला कोर्टयार्ड में. एंड डेड बॉडी वाज स्टिल, ग्रैंडमदर वाज नॉट देयर. She broke into it a little crumbs the way my grandmother used to. जैसे ग्रैंडमदर खिलाते थे बर्ड्स को, इस सेम मैनर में उन्होंने ब्रेड क्रम्स किया, लिटिल क्रम्स. बट स्पैरो डिड नॉट टच अ सिंगल ब्रेड क्रम. एक सिंगल ब्रेड क्रम को छुआ भी नहीं. Now think about human beings and think about birds. हमारे तो क्या है, हमारे कितने भी अच्छे रिलेटिव्स हो, लेकिन अंदर से जब भूख लगती है तो कंट्रोल नहीं रहता। लेकिन यहाँ पे स्पैरोज, दे वर बर्ड्स, they are birds. In fact, they realized that their beloved grandmother was no more. So, whatever they had scattered on the courtyard, breadcrumbs and all, they did not even touch it. They mourn over the death of grandmother. When we carried grandmother's corpse off, they flew away quietly. जब ग्रैंडमदर की डेड बॉडी को वहां से ले जाया गया, birds, sparrows, they did not take notice of even the breadcrumbs and all. They flew away quietly. They were unhappy, they were crying. That way they paid their homage to grandmother. Next morning, the sweeper swept the breadcrumbs into the dustbin. Not a slightest of a breadcrumb was eaten by sparrows. That way, these birds even paid homage to grandmother. So, dear students, in fact, it is a very good lesson, emotional lessons. We all have grandmother, grandfather. Many of you are lucky enough to have them. We can have wisdom from them, lots of knowledge about the past and the time they spent. They really love us, and they want us to progress a lot in life. So whatever advice they are giving to you, do listen to them. Here Kushwant Singh realized that his grandmother was very important to him, and whatever time he had spent with grandmother, he was lucky enough to have spent that much time. Grandmother had really inspired Kushwant Singh in some of the things, how elders do live their life, what her silence means, and how she wanted Kushwant Singh to learn about scripture and all. These things probably your grandparents may be also wanting from you too. Sometimes it happens when people are with us, we do not realize their importance. But when they are no more with us, we realize their importance. This is a very touching story, the portrait of a lady written all about grandmother. Hope you understood the story. Question answers will also become quite easy for you. Some of the things like grandmother was a religious person, how can you tell? You can tell about her prayers, you can tell about her rosary, the way she used to get disappointed with the thought of grandmother when in English school there was no teaching of scriptures and all. So questions answers are definitely going to be very easy. Okay, till then, right now we are winding up this session. We shall definitely come with the next video with a new lesson. Till then, it's goodbye from me. Have a great time ahead.